screwed that up, but I got that going. Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday night. It's Tuesday. So you should right now be able to see us on. It's Raven over here, and we got Miss Nikki Jacobs over there, and you should be able to see us on two different YouTube channels. We have. Let's see, Raven's Flock YouTube channels, which is going over to Raven Swans Block, helping you guys find me. And then we have the Rift Radio Network, YouTube, those two. And then, of course, over on Facebook, we have the two channels as well, Raven's Flock and the Rift Radio Network, and over on Twitch right now as well. But pretty soon you'll be able to pick up the podcast once we download them. They'll all be over on Anchor Podcast. The link should be available on the website once we get everything up and running. And don't forget, the Everything Show will be back. I know, of course, the R.I.F.T will be back with Mr. Howie Odell. Hello, Christopher. And, of course, Mysteries Beyond the Veil. That'll be back as well. So right now I'm just playing and having a good time. Well, hello, Miss Nikki.
Hey, how you doing, Raven?
I'm doing awesome. My phone is going off and I don't remember where I put it, so we'll find it. So, when Nikki and I get together, you just never know what we're talking about. And yes, and we get this like energy thing happening here.
Yeah.
So we could have a little of this, a little of that, a
And then a
little
whole lot of
here, a
that.
little there, and then they come in here. So yeah, we get a whole bunch of stuff happening. So I say welcome over on YouTube to Christopher Wayne Fisher. Hello. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you are over on YouTube, hit the subscribe and hit the bell
Like.
notifications. Bell notifications. Subscribe. And if you're over on Facebook, remember to follow. And also, there should be a bell notification there, so this way you know every time a show actually goes live. So awesome. So welcome aboard. Oh, tonight's show is going to be a little brutally honest. So, for those, this is not a PG-13 show. This is probably an R-rated show, guys. So, figured I'd let you know. Warn you ahead of time. Warning. Okay, here we go. We're hitting you right from the hip. We're going straight forward and getting all you guys going. So, what do we got going on tonight? I'm just going to pretend I'm innocent.
Yeah.
No,
We're talking about Speak Your Truth tonight.
Speak your truth.
Yeah,
So
speak
I guess
your truth.
speak your truth. Yes. So we all have our own truths, don't we?
Yes, we all do.
Yeah.
And I've been
Yeah.
hearing little bits and pieces from a lot of different people lately, and it's been kind of
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah, and that's the
So,
thing. Truth is like a round. Do you remember that? The rounds that we used to have as a kid? You start off with like one story. By the time it actually gets back to the original person that started it, it's never the same.
1 second. I think my lens is what's goofing up.
This is the first day I woke up uh not having nothing woke up not having loud buzzing. That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
good,
very
Christopher.
awesome. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. So, which truth are you talking about? Because if I heard something as well, I'm going to tell you what I heard too. So, this way we can all hit the round and see what the
I think
actual
so.
truth is. Hello, Miss Lois Clark. Welcome from Facebook. So,
Hey.
oh, this is going to be fun. Nikki, you started off. I'm just going to ram it from the hip.
Well, I'm kind of doing the same thing, but yet I'm not, because there've been so many things that have popped up recently that
Yeah.
I'm just kind of astounded that some people are speaking their truth and others are clamming up. And I
Yep.
understand the clam up because I've been through it. We've all been through it at different times and different points in our lifetime. But right now, if you're in the paranormal field or the ufology field or a cryptid field or a field that is where people are not, they're they're skirting around issues or they're skirting around subjects, and you have information that can be talked about, take the time, write up what you want to talk about, and do your bullet points on it. And I mean, if you're not good off the cuff, write it out. Write out what you want to say to people. um, it's called scripting, or
Yep.
script it out,
Yep.
and just kind of go over it a bit and say it in front of a mirror or say it out loud as if you're talking to someone, and then go for it. When you see the people that you want to
Mm-hmm.
say this to, say it, and let there be a dialogue. The fear factor is really predominant. It has been very predominant in the last 2 years, and it's time we start getting out of that BS. Get out of the BS, even if it's with, okay, this is going to hit some subjects for some people, but even if it's with your family, um, it's really hard to do. I've seen more mini reels and mini videos, the one minuter and the 3 minute short video clips on people making statements about different things. That's all fine and great. But when you're trying to have a conversation with your family,
Mm.
you're going to come across as the one who is the instigator because you are opening subjects that makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah. So, like
And you know
the
what? It's
proverbial
okay.
can of worms.
Yes. And it's
And yeah,
okay. It's okay to be that person. It's okay to stand your ground. Um, yeah, it is an okay thing. And know that you've got friends who will likely support you in what it is that you're doing.
right.
And if you don't, then find people who will support you in what you're talking about.
I have to
Um,
agree with that. I do, because you figure nowadays when people are talking so-called truths,
yeah,
okay, what we call gossip, okay,
yeah,
and they'll continue to go kaboom, 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 kaboom until they think all the dominoes are going to fall down, so to speak.
correct,
So, and to put it bluntly, there are a lot of individuals out there that like to trash talk people. And me,
correct.
myself, I don't retaliate to trash talkers. I find it irrelevant
I
because, as
understand that.
you just said, those that know me and those that know you know who
Mhm.
we are
That's
and
right.
will know the truth. So,
That's right.
sitting there trying to convince another individual or other individuals what the actual truth is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's it's based on their perception.
Exactly. It's like the round when you're a kid. You start
That's
that
right.
one story off, the teacher teaches you that. Hello, Kim Sage. And what happens is you start the story off and then you pass it along. I think I did this in, I don't know, kindergarten, first grade or something. Then you pass the whole
Hmm.
story along. By the time the story gets back to the beginning, it's never the same.
Correct.
And the same could be said like for social media. But that's why platforms like this, what you're doing on Restores Belief, okay?
Hmm.
So, I mean, that is an awesome name because what are you doing? You're restoring belief in so many different things. But you, just by speaking on subjects you have experience with, okay? You have experience with these subjects. That's going to
Hmm.
help other people come forward. Hey, it's Mr. Ed Odell is in the house. Hello,
Hey, Ed.
Rhonda. How you doing? Hello, hello. Miss Lois Clark is saying hi to Kim. Yep. So tonight is Blunt Truth, guys. This is R-rated show tonight. We're shooting from the hip and we're talking about it. We're talking about truths. Okay? Truths. And some of the truths, like I find let's get into like alien abduction for a minute. Certain
You got it.
individuals will have issues speaking what happened to them.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God, that's it. They're going to think I'm crazy. This isn't right. This didn't happen. But inside you, the individual knows their own truth. They knew what happened. They know where they've been, what they've done, what's going on.
Hmm.
But yet they're afraid to share. They're afraid to open.
And rightly so, because
Yeah.
look at what it's done in
Yeah.
the not just the community, excuse me, but in within the family dynamics or in the religious community. It
Mm,
You are looked at, or even for work. There are people that I know that are on Facebook that have had to change their names on Facebook. They are not a real identity on Facebook, but they're a real person, obviously,
yeah.
because if their work knew what they were talking about,
Bingo.
they would be fired on the spot. I've
Exactly.
had I've had conversations with people
Yeah.
who are very well known in their individual work environment,
Right.
and yet they have been specifically told, look, by their bosses, I might add, you can you can do this, but you have to change your name. You cannot have the same name on Facebook because you cannot be affiliated with us if you are having these kind of conversations with your given name, your legal
Exactly.
name. And that to me is, I mean, I feel for them because, and that's, the names that they've gone by for years and years.
Right.
And they're having to do that for work just to keep their job.
Yeah.
Um, that kind of thing in the global, it's not just, I was going to say the United States, but it's not just the United States. It's the United States, it's Canada, it's Europe, it's Australia. Everywhere has that situation
Yeah, they
going
do.
on. It's not
Yep.
just here.
Yep.
So, and that's the thing about that specific subject. It really, people have a hard time with it.
Mm,
And
they do.
oh, they very much do. When I came out as a psychic medium, a lot of people that knew me in the religious community, that I was very active in for many, 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 many years,
Right.
um, didn't really, I don't think it really surprised them based on bits and pieces that I've heard, or outright conversations that I've heard,
Right.
because it finally jived.
Mm,
Everything made sense to the I was like, oh, okay. It's just back then I never classified myself as a psychic medium. It was just, oh well, this is what's going on. I was always called the Sentinel. I've had numerous nicknames over my
yeah,
course
me
of my
too.
life.
One of them was crazy and the devil's spawn. Oh wait, that was church when I was a kid. Okay.
Heretic. I've been called a heretic.
Yes. So
I've
we'll
been
get
called
into the church thing in a minute, but
Yeah,
Howie said socialism question mark. And he also says, hello, Amy Collins over on YouTube. Greetings. Evening, all. Thank you for your support and continuing to support us. Like you said, everything will be
yes,
back in, I think it's March. I don't know the
March.
exact date yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of noticed I'm not even on the website yet. Hi, babe. Sorry, it's my love bug. Um, yeah, so like when I was a kid, all right,
Yeah, yeah,
I have kind of been this way for the longest time. Like I see things, I sense things, I smell things. Okay,
yeah,
no, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying. Okay, people say,
yeah.
"Oh
No, I
my
get it.
God, you're lucky." No, you're not, because you don't know what we have been through. Hello,
It
hello,
drives you
Robert
nuts.
White. Yes, it's not just
Drives you
that.
nuts.
It's my mother was my mother's father was very Catholic. Okay, so on my mother's side, and
Hmm.
the other stuff comes from. I have like so many different backgrounds, but my grandfather on wanted us raised Catholic. Oh,
Mhm.
my grandmother did something else, but my he wanted us raised Catholic. So you go to church and you're sitting there in a confessional, and I am not pulling punches for any reverend because, sweetie, I'm a reverend too. Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
not saying that any religion is bad, but with the experiences that we have, that becomes our new truth. Okay. So I
Yes.
do not go to church. I don't go to church. And there's a good reason for it. I won't go to church. I will say the Lord's Prayer. I'll say other things. I cast spells. I'm very eclectic with that. But when I was in the church and I'm in the confessional with this priest and I'm telling him what it is that I'm seeing, and I'm explaining to him, yeah, I've got Mrs. O'Leary. This was Mrs. O'Leary. I says, that's the lady that lives in our house. How did you know? I said, she likes the cat. She rocks on the chair and the cat gets patted. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, but nobody could see her but me. And then I start telling him some other things that were happening in the church. And so all of a sudden I'm the devil's spawn. So that was it. I got booted out of there. So yeah, you get all of these things that happen because when you're younger, your truth, not just for individuals that are gifted, but even people that have been through a rough time, they understand
Yeah.
it. Okay. So
Yes.
somebody that has been through a rough time, as far as like with, say, if you grew up with, I'm just going to throw this out, alcoholic parents, their
Mhm.
truth and their opinion could go one way or the other with alcohol. Join the
Yeah.
club, have the fun, or stay the hell away from me.
Mhm.
So, depending on how they react to it, their truth is different. Just like my truth is different. Uh oh.
Would you please quit it? You know what you're doing. Knock it off. Sorry. Please go on.
No, 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 that's
See,
okay. I can't figure out if it's one of my relatives, one of yours, or somebody for the group.
I
So,
don't know who it is right now. I just know that they're doing this, and my camera keeps going
what are they doing?
whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Wish,
And
wish,
I'm like,
wish.
yes, it's driving me nuts because I'm trying to watch you, and my literal lens is going whoosh, whoosh. And I'm like,
See,
the
I'm
only
not
time that
seeing that here.
happens,
They're
and see
go.
the
They're
only
doing it to you because is anybody
yeah.
else seeing like the whoosh? We're not seeing it here.
Yeah, see, I'm
Yeah.
the only way I and the only time that happens is when I get spirits walking behind me or coming around within a very close range.
Right.
Who are actually putting their hands or they're right around my, and I'm like, guys, you got to stop it. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm trying, and it's just like the camera keeps going in real tight and out real tight and in, and I'm like, guys,
Amy Collins
I
says
can't.
hi.
Hey,
No,
Amy.
that's my phone, and I don't know where I put my phone. So I can't shut the birds off until I remember where I put my. Oh, there's my phone.
Hey, oh no,
Connection.
there you are.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. We should be back. The connection's giving me a hard time every time we get into a good topic. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Every time, guys. All right. I don't know what everybody can see right now. Okay, still says we're live. Hold on. You're frozen.
I am.
Yeah, you're frozen. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know if you can see
Arms are
me or hear
going
me or
across
what.
of my hand. Can you see my
But
hands moving?
nope, nope, nope.
No.
Yeah, okay. So they're seeing both of us. It must be something on my end as usual.
Okay.
Okay, so awesome. As long as you guys can see what's going on, that's an
Exactly.
awesome thing.
That's
Oh
what
my God.
counts.
It's just like all these weird things that happen.
Yeah.
Neither of you are frozen for me. Yeah, it's my computer. I have no idea what the hell's going on. So because there's people been around me non-stop. So I'll just
Yeah,
look at
same
your
here.
frozen picture because to me you're smiling. So
Well, that's good. That's
that's,
at
that's a
least
good
something.
thing. All right, it's got to be something going on in this set. I'm telling you. Woo! Yeah, this is a weird, weird situation
And
happening.
see now,
Oh,
my it's not going in and out and in and out.
yeah.
It
So it's
stopped.
just
So I'm
it's
like,
really
woohoo!
weird. So the whole thing is just really weird. We're just gonna go with the flow. We're gonna keep going. So, um, yeah. So it really happens, and
Yeah,
You have
it does.
all of these things. It's very distracting looking at a photo, but I'll just continue to look at the photo.
Do you wanna?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oops,
now there
something
she goes.
happened. Yep, oops, something happened to the connection. Please stand by. So, evidently, we're coming on and off for a while because of the topics we're talking about. The moment we start talking truths, real
Oh, they
stuff,
started
this happened.
again.
Yep,
Guys.
yep, yep. So this happens with Nikki and I all the time.
Yep,
But when the
every time we
show
try to do a
ends,
live.
guys, when the show ends, guys, don't worry. I'm going to download it. Oops, she did it again. Sorry. Yeah. So I'll be able to download it and upload it to the radio anchor. So you guys can laugh along with everything as we describe all this stuff that's happening. So now I'm on the
Oh
opposite
my
side of you,
god.
which is funny as heck. So
Yeah, it's bizarre.
it is what it is. So what is it? So we were talking. See, truth, truth.
There,
Okay,
yeah, it's
people
totally.
say, "Oh my God, you guys are so lucky. You can see this, you can see that." Yeah, look at the stuff that happens to us with electronics. Okay, all the time, or better yet, when for the longest time and still to this day, every piece of electronic I own, I have to have a piece of amethyst, raw amethyst around it. Otherwise, I short circuit it. You know how many toasters I had to buy? Several.
I'm holding up my amethyst rock.
Ah, see? All in front of me, I have these certain crystals to try to keep things balanced. But evidently, when I threw one of my bracelets over here, everything went haywire. So we'll do that and see if that helps. Yeah, but truths, everybody's truth is different. Now, does somebody out there have a truth you guys want to talk about? You know, we were talking, we could talk anything, literally anything. It's all about truth tonight. Nikki always gets to pick the topic. You want amethyst? I got amethyst. Robin says chunks, chunks of amethyst. Oh my God. So literally, so these individuals, like if they've been abducted or stuff I've been through as a kid, stuff that you've been through as a child too,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
stuff that we go through right now. You know, the moment
All the
somebody
things.
yeah, literally, it's funny. I mean, my poor man, he's kind of used to this stuff, literally. So, I mean, the individuals you live with too, they must be used to this. But you know, sometimes you get these with me. I get a lot of these weird smells, and I know when someone's around. And the one I've got to figure out who it is. The one that smell I cannot stand is literally I'll be sitting there, and all of a sudden I get the strong whiff of like really disgusting weed, and it just goes right in that face. It's
Oh,
disgusting.
I
We don't. Yes.
I
So
know what
that's
that's like.
associated with a spirit, right?
Yeah.
Who I
Mine,
don't know.
well, okay,
Oh,
now recently mine, I'm not getting that so much with spirits, but I'm getting it with astral travelers. I had an astral
oh,
traveler. I was sitting here in my chair doing something. I don't remember if I was crocheting, that's what it was. And I get this really strong wafting scent of somebody had just come in from working on a car. Like
huh.
you smell automotive oil and lubricant grease and metal,
Wow.
different metals together, and it was like they permeated my living room. And it was so strong.
Yes.
I was like, dude, I know, and I knew it was a guy. And
Yep.
and I still, it's one of three people that I know that
Yep.
doesn't astral travel very often, and all three of them work with vehicles. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
seriously? I think I know who you are, but dude, don't just wash your hands after getting done on a car. Go take a shower. You
Yes.
smell of a garage,
Yes.
and I'm like, I don't mean to be a bitch about this, but seriously, washing your hands up to your elbows ain't gonna cut it. It's permeating your skin. Go in and take a shower and scrub because I'm
Yes.
here to, and it's like it's so strong that my olfactory, I've got a really sensitive palate, sense of taste, sense of smell, and oh my God, when I find somebody where it's that strong, I can't. It's like, dude, seriously, you need to go, and you're welcome to come back. But I was just like, and I don't say that to everybody. I mean, I
Yes.
don't say both of those things to everybody. I don't say you're welcome to come back, but um, because typically I'm like, get the who the hell are you? No, I'm not like that. I wasn't like that with this person because it felt like I knew who they were. I was like,
Amy
seriously?
Collins, yeah, Amy Collins says if I could astro travel, I think of a dozen or more fun areas I'd like to explore
Oh,
than
yes,
residential areas. Yeah, it's true. But with
exactly. There's
me, it's
tons of
not.
places.
Yeah, it's not astro travel. It's loved ones that have passed or individuals that have
Yes,
passed. And because
yeah,
I live in a building with over 300 people and a lot of
yeah.
people do
That's
pass here, it's like sometimes it's just somebody saying, "Yo, you can see me, right? What's up, man?" So you just don't know.
yeah. I
Hello,
ignore those.
Brolic. Yeah, you don't
I ignore
know.
those. They're like, why
Oh, but
can't
when
you
you
hear
got
me? And
that
I'm like, leave me
smell
alone.
right in your face, and I
Yeah.
don't smell very well. My sniffer doesn't actually work too well because I get allergies.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
I'm classified as one of those people that I've been consistently told by professional chefs that I should be a professional taster of something, or like of perfumes, because my sense of smell is so refined and my
mine's
sense of
not.
taste is so
Yeah,
refined. Hey, I just told somebody today, they're like, so what do you want to do for when we get together? And I was like, well, let me make my semi-oriental soup. And they're like, well, how'd you come up with that? And I was like, three different restaurants. And then I made it my own. And they're like, well, how did you do that? And I'm like, I've done that for so many years. and
yeah,
and
because
and I
yeah, I
can do that
can't.
with all kinds of recipes. I've
Yeah,
done it with breads and with
I smell
muffins and
bread right
cakes. And
now.
do you?
Yes.
And it's not like seeping underneath your front door from a neighbor.
No, I'm all the way in the back bedroom. So I don't know. I get weird smells here and there, but
No,
yeah, it really
now
is. And
see,
then
to me that's a baker. You got a spirit coming in who's a retired baker. That's what it reminds me of, or
yeah,
grandma.
that could be anybody.
Oh, totally could be anybody. I mean, hello. And you've got the same kind of situation I do. I live in an apartment as well. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people on this piece of
Yes.
property, and man,
Yes.
so I totally get that.
It's
And
like
the
I have
others,
to constantly sage.
well, see,
Constantly.
I don't necessarily do that because of the way I've got my apartment protected. Um,
Yeah.
but there are times when, and they're not doing it as often, mostly because my higher self is doing different things to protect me, but
Yeah.
which I have. That's a whole nother learning subject, but anyway, that's like when I used to have 10,
Mm.
well, that I've had up to 12 people standing at the head of my bed when I get into bed, and they're all having a nice little chat party, standing there yapping their flipping heads off. And I'm like, I'm trying to go to sleep here. Um, can you guys take that conversation elsewhere? Oh, we didn't think you could hear us. I'm like, yeah, I've been able to hear you for a while. I just
Are you
can't
really that
just
polite?
There are times I am, and then there are times where I've
I'm
said it
like, dude, sleeping.
twice.
Nighttime. Bye.
There there are times where when I've said it twice, if I've said it twice,
Yeah.
you don't want me getting to the third time because I will scream it. I will yell it, and then I will scream it. And when I yell it, I eject energy. And when
Mm.
I scream it, I'm like, you do not want me to hit the scream mode, guys, because if I hit the scream mode, I'm going to put out energy, and you're going to go flying across the freaking many acres away. Many, many acres away. And they're like, "Oh, okay." So it's kind of gotten the word out on the other side. Leave Nikki alone during when she's trying to sleep, so I don't get it
Yeah.
as often. But
Yeah.
when
I used to get it. I used to get it a
it's
lot when I
taken
was a kid.
it,
Yeah.
it it's taken quite, oh God, it's taken me years. But
Yeah.
it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I didn't realize that I was putting out energy with the third round.
Oh, that.
And the fourth round, it was like, uh, we got problems because you're and I wasn't intending to blast people. I truly, it was not my intention, but I just wanted people to, yeah, they left me alone for a while after that.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
it's an
I can
energy
see
issue.
you live now.
Oh, hi.
My computer stopped PMSing. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. So I don't know. It does that. I don't know why. But yeah,
Anyway,
let's get back to truths again for a
yes,
minute.
please.
We always fell off topic. You
Oh,
guys
we
should be
do.
used to this when we do this all the time.
It's
So,
like
and
having a
then
regular conversation.
what
Hello.
actually is the truth? Now, hopefully, I'll get booted for this again. So
Yeah.
there could be certain pages. Say somebody has like a podcast and they
Hmm.
put a podcast out, right?
Yep.
And you're just out there doing your podcast, helping people. Now
Yep.
somebody takes something and does something. So, but as far as the platform you're on, you're not you. Really? You're not you. Somebody else is you. And you have
Yep.
to prove you're you.
Yep.
Okay? You could show them everything, driver's license, whatever. It doesn't matter. You could show it. You're still not you anymore.
Yep.
So, whose truth is that? How do we figure out where the truth is? So, and it's not just
Well,
with individuals, it's many things.
that comes down to policies in companies, and
Yeah.
that's where the real pisser lies.
Yeah.
Because some companies won't do diddly dip dip bleep 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 about it.
Yeah.
And other companies are like right on it. They hop on it because they don't want crap going on their platforms.
Right.
But some companies are too big for their own britches, and they don't.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna twiddle their thumbs, and then they're not twiddling their thumbs. They're not gonna do diddly boo one about it. So yeah, I've known a lot of people where they've actually lost, actually been completely had everything deleted.
Yep.
Um,
Me.
and yeah, you're not a
Completely.
just
Yeah.
FYI, you're not alone.
Yeah.
I know somebody else
Yeah.
that
Yep.
in business, and
Yep.
they had over 1,000. God, I think it was close to 1,500 people that they had on.
Yep.
I mean, and every person that was attached to that account
Yep.
got booted as administrators on two or three different platforms, or not platforms, but on two or three different pages. They
Yep.
all got booted.
Oh yeah.
And
And
I'm
that's
like,
the thing.
that's
And that's
bullshit. And
that's
they
the
never did. I
part.
don't think they ever found out
No,
why.
I never understand. I never understand that. Now this one is cute. This comes from Amy Collins. She says the truth is just an excuse for a lack of imagination.
Ooh, that's
That's
good,
cute.
Amy.
I like that. Except I
That's
think
real
these
good.
individuals that
Oops,
uh,
you got me again.
push their truth onto other people,
Yeah,
you know, other situations and other people. I'm really trying to be tactful with this, even though this is supposed to
I
be
know.
blunt. So this actual truth isn't the truth, but it becomes the new norm. Okay.
Yes, it does.
So let's follow it from there and then we'll get your opinion on this. So the old truth, even though it is the actual truth, is no longer the truth. Now you have a new truth. Okay. So you
Hmm.
take this new truth that you're building on, even though it's a lie. So then everything starts building off the false truth.
Oh,
So now you're going to get other individuals, other places, other pages, other things saying, hey, I heard this, I heard that, blah, 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 blah. And it's all built off of the one false truth because the actual truth got denied. What do you do then?
yep.
How do people out there know what truth is the actual truth? You figure everybody watches TikTok. Everybody watches all these like videos on YouTube and how do you know what the real truth is if the actual truth gets smashed down? Like, nope, we don't like you. You can't be true anymore. We're going to take that one. Really? So, yeah,
It makes it really tough. You have to be extremely discerning, and if you're not, you're going to get screwed over. I've
exactly.
seen that happen time and time again. Sorry, the bottle that I just used got exploded on me. Um, yeah, the big bottle of cream that my hands got really dry. Um, but yeah, you have to be extremely
Yeah,
discerning, and it's just if you're not, you're going to get caught in a trap,
yeah.
and then you're following major inaccuracies. Well, that's not going to do you any bit of good.
No, it's not.
And how long are you going to follow those inaccuracies? Woo,
Exactly.
that can really
Then
screw
you
things
get
up.
these supposed fact checkers. If you try to go back to the
Oh,
beginning,
yes,
they're
exactly.
not actually. It's like sometimes I think a fact checker is checking a fact on something false because it's more popular versus something true. Like going back to
That
the
sure
old
makes
story.
sense.
Hey, guess what? Eggs are really good for you. Oh, no, no, don't eat eggs because if you eat eggs and you're older, your brain cells are going to die. No, 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 no. You got to eat eggs. Eat them raw. Don't eat them raw. It'll kill you. Oh, no, you got to eat them cooked. So which one is it? This is, it's like you don't know.
Same goes for wheat and all the
Yeah,
other health
exactly.
things that they
Not just
talk
with
about. Yeah,
foods, but with
all
everything.
sorts of
You
things. Yeah,
don't know anymore. So, and it's not
yeah.
like you have even encyclopedias, the whole truth is not there. In an encyclopedia, there is not everything is fact.
Very true.
Yes. So, how
Very
do you
true.
know where the real truth is? This is the problem. Real truth. Where
Research,
does it come from?
research,
How do you
research.
know? Yeah. So, and some people just go, oh, wait, I'll check. Yeah, see, I'm right. I'm right. And that's what
Yes,
they do.
yes. A lot of people, millions of people do that,
Yeah.
and it's
Hey,
enough to
Brenda.
drive you. It's enough to drive you nuts.
Yeah,
So yeah, you've got to be very, very discerning and be aware. And if you're
exactly.
not, and the other side of it is, and that goes down to critical thinking. What I've noticed is the 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 younger crowd. Oh my God, that is such an old term. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that.
Generation Y, because we're
Yeah,
Generation X, right?
X.
I think. I think X.
Yes,
Yeah,
Gen
yeah.
X. Yeah.
Gen X. We're
Well,
Gen
and
X.
I think of the millennials. There's a number of millennials that I know that are very smart, very with it.
Mm,
And then there are millennials where I look at some of these videos and some of the information on some of these websites that are great, and I'm like, oh my God, where is your head? And they're talking about things that I'm like, honey, we're talking truth here. That's not truth. Where
uh,
How is it that you don't know this? Were you not taught this? Have you not done any research? Where's your critical thinking? I've had
exactly.
I've had some oh my gosh, I had somebody make a statement to me not long ago, and I had to go look at their Facebook page because I was like, did they really uh, what? I couldn't believe what I
I
read.
feel like I'm talking to one of my teenagers and you're me right now. I'm looking like, really?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, really?
It's like, where is your
Oh,
critical thinking?
exactly.
Seriously, where is your critical thinking? And it's that's what's bothering me is that I'm seeing a lot of lack of critical thinking in the
Yes.
younger generations, and that is
Yes.
really disturbing me because what happens to their kids?
Yeah.
What happens to their grandkids? Not just their kids, but their
Right.
grandkids, generations down. I mean, wow.
I mean, not
Wow.
all of the Generation
No, no, no,
Ys
no,
like
no, no,
that,
no, no.
but
No,
there are. Even
there
now, some
there
of the
are some.
Gen
Yes.
X, or the ones in between Y and X,
Yeah.
They're there and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna blow up and explode, and like that's what I want to do. I don't get that. If
I
you
don't
have
get it
like,
either.
I don't need you have truths, you have these things, you have these
Yeah.
opinions, but why are you throwing it out to the world? You don't know half these people. Why are you throwing what your not critical, but your
Lack
okay,
of.
why lack of, why do you have to sit there and downgrade somebody and try to pull someone down? I
Yeah.
just never understood that. I don't understand why we are not there helping each other. So I must be from a totally different planet, girl. Yes.
There's a millennial that I watch that and I keep a pretty good. He talks about a niece of his niece is freshman in high school, and the
Mm,
things that she goes through, and it's one of the ways that I keep kind of updated in how. And oh my God, the things that he's talked about regarding his niece. Now I'm not going to out who this person is or their niece and all of that, but the
right.
thing of, it's just the statements that she makes, the comebacks. That's a critical thinking young lady, spot on with her remarks and her comebacks to the
Awesome.
trolls and the people. And I'm
Yep.
like, why are we not raising more kids that can make that kind of, I mean, those are logical, critical thinking, social experiences that are very important because, and it's obvious that she's got a very, very quick mind.
Right.
It's just, I couldn't have done that. I mean, I would have just sat and looked at you and shook my head going, huh. Because that was my response. It's been my response from almost day one because I'll just sit there going,
Uh-huh.
huh. I mean, there were people in high school that could easily have told you that. She'll just sit there and look at you going, okay. And I wouldn't say anything because I just couldn't believe what I was watching or hearing, or
Yeah.
it just, wow. All right.
Yeah,
So
you get wows from both ways. It's like there's no
yeah.
happy medium. So you're either getting the individuals who can really think and process information and think critically and understand things.
Uh-huh.
Then you get the other ones that think, "Oh my God, the world revolves around me. Let me blow up Facebook. Oh look, I got new makeup. Want to see it? Oh look at the lips. Sorry, I don't understand this stuff. I know I'm going totally not
Duck
really off
lips.
topic,
Duck
but yeah,
duck
I'm not
lips.
just talking about duck lips, but
I
it's
know
like
you're not.
I don't
I You
understand that.
projected, I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw it.
yeah. I it's so freaking weird. So,
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
but
So right here on my YouTube, Howie, are you? Is that what is the other name you're called by, Howie? I want to make sure this is you. Um, a a tickled psychic is a happy medium.
who said that?
Robert White.
Of course.
No, I'm not picking on your lips. You got it. Just checking, making sure it's you. All right, so we have all of
That's
these like
funny.
individuals, and in my time when I went to school, we
Yeah.
had like three different categories. You got,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be pretty blunt. You got the dumbasses, okay, who don't know left from right, ups or downs, okay, literally. And then you've got the middle ones that are like, okay, I'm gonna work at this. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna stay in the medium. I'm not gonna be a dumbass. I'm not gonna be a smartass. I'm just gonna stay in the middle. And then you have the other individuals. It's like, oh my god, you guys are so clueless. Let me just give that to me. I'll do it. So I've always been in the middle ground. So I've never really
It
been
was
with the,
safer.
yeah, it was
It
safer
was
in the middle
safer.
ground. But nowadays, truth is, there's no middle.
No, there's not.
With Generation Y, it's like there's no middle. So you're either getting, where the hell planet did you come from? and the ones that think it actually understand and react. What happened to the middle lane? How did we
There
get
is
on this
no
topic?
there is no middle lane, but it's their truth. And
Yeah, it's
and
weird. Oh, Brenda
but
says dazed and confused or smart.
yes. Oh my God, I remember that
Yes.
saying well, dazed and confused.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
so but yeah, everybody's got their own set of truths.
Exactly.
Every community has their own set of truths. Um, but what are you going to stand up for? That's where I was really
Uh-huh.
going with all
Yeah.
of this.
Bingo.
Where are you willing to stand up for? Who are you willing to stand up for? Um, are there subjects that you're willing to stand up for based on evidentiary or based on somebody's experiences? For example, I can't prove that I'm an ET abductee. A lot of ET abductees cannot prove it, definitively
Yes.
cannot prove it. So the evidence is not there. Yet, on many levels, there is medical evidence in
Mm-hmm.
certain ways,
Yep.
but it's not enough to make definitive classification, oh, you're an ET abductee, unless you have had implant devices found through MRI, through the sciences, through an MRI, through a CAT scan,
Yes.
um, those kinds of things.
Yes.
And have you had it removed? And if you have, so here's the other side of that. You can have an ET implant in your astral, not your astral, your auric field.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. I know what you're talking about, and I almost slipped there, and I didn't. But I know what you're talking
you did
about. I'm
good.
sorry. I
You
was
did
very good
really
on
good.
that one. I was so good. Let's see. Teo, how he says, all things are so everything is here, but only in the eye of the believer. So,
Yeah,
yes,
perception.
but
It goes right back
yeah,
to perception.
watch, watch your Uranus. Let's see. Of course, rolling on the floor. And then let's see what Brenda has to say, and then we'll get back to this. It says, you know what? You're absolutely right. You should stand up and stand up because a BC and AC. So did my mother. She believes in the gods and the goddesses. Yes, because she's Native American. I know that. And
Mhm.
that's true. Let's see. And then God is a lot of people go to church and we don't mix well, but I believe in God. I also believe that there are things here that have been here and we stick up for our beliefs, and that's why a lot of people are different. I do. That's why I consider myself eclectic. So
Yes,
little of this,
that's
little of that, little of this.
yep.
Okay, I got May question mark from Howie. I have no idea. May what? You may sneeze. I'm sorry, I don't know. You may cough. I have no idea. May what?
Trying to get my chat to come up and it won't. There we
Yeah.
go, finally. Um,
Oh, BC stands for before Christ. Thank you. AC stands for after Christ. I don't know. Sorry.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
classified as
Yeah.
something, but yeah, I get what they're. Um, yeah, that's a
God is God no
totally
matter what, no matter alien or not. They are both the creator. Exactly. They are. Sorry. Let's get back to
You're
the
quite all right.
abductee thing. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to follow along with the
No, it's it,
comments, and
it's
I get lost in Nikki land when we talk here. So, but see, with me, Nikki tells me, okay, she's an alien abductee, but here's the thing. A lot of times when I'm reading her, and those that know me know I'm not going to bullpucky you. I'm going to tell you what I see. If I see it, I tell you.
mhm,
And if I don't, I don't. I've seen the
yep,
ETs around her all the time. And some of her experiences, yes, when she kind of like gets a little giggly and laughy, I get to see some of her experiences. So yes, I do get to see those as well. So I think that it is difficult for people to come out. Like same instance, me in church.
yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Same exact thing. Before Okay. Amy Collins says A-N-O,
Anno
Damani. I don't know.
actually for AD. BCE before Common Era.
I have no idea.
That sounds vaguely familiar, Amy. Although that
Yeah.
goes in the really far back recesses, but it sounds vaguely familiar.
Oh
AD
my God.
anti-death star.
Anti-test.
Tank rebels.
See, now I
Jeez,
want to
Robert.
watch the Star Wars from the beginning again.
No, 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 no.
Yes.
Don't start that.
What?
Oh my
Are you
God.
reading what Howie's writing to you?
No, not yet.
Howie wants to know if you'll be joining the Rift Radio Network in 2023.
I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
Since you're asking, it's a very good possibility. I have my own YouTube channel, Howie.
Yeah.
Restore Belief with Nikki on YouTube. It's at symbol Restore Belief
I'll
WITANGE, and then it's
see if
dash
I can pull it up because
6962.
you're right here. Hold on. Hopefully this won't be playing. Let's get to your channel and I'll post
Yeah.
it right up here. Hold on. Let's see. Got it. Hold on. Copy. Copy.
I
Copy.
did I did that from memory. I'm surprised I did that from memory. I don't always
Boom.
remember it. Yep, there we go.
Brenda says to use the force.
Use the definitely. I mean, hello. I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you
yeah,
kidding me? Nikki would be awesome.
belief stands. Belief has a meaning. BELIEF stands for beyond the eclectic lifetimes and intuitive energy fields.
Wow.
And the reason it took me quite a while to figure out what I wanted,
Yeah.
and I wanted some kind of, what is that, an acronym?
Yeah.
For I always forget that word. I need to write that down. I have to write it.
Oh no.
But I wanted something. You're out? Oh,
I know.
you gotta go get your more. I got my
Oh my God. I have so much fun on the show with you. And you never know what the heck we're talking about. And to tell you the truth, guys, this is what I do. Hey, what are we talking about today?
Yes, so
Yeah.
she did
Oh
too.
my
An
God, that's
hour,
awesome. Let's do that.
an hour before today. Yep.
Yeah, I do that all the time. It's like she picks a topic and we just kind of go with the flow, and it's a nice energy. I love it.
Yeah,
Let's see. Oh, the bird is my cell phone.
I would not want, Robert says I would not want to face Nikki with a lightsaber. Honey, honey, Archangel Michael loaned me his sword once. It was really cool, and I'm not telling you. Well, I think Robert knows which one, but I, I had a blast with that sword. Let me tell you, I got to play, and I got to destroy certain things, and it was all source and God oriented, and it was like
Yep.
it was a dream. It was so
Now,
cool.
speaking of dreams, let's
Yes,
talk realities.
yes.
Truth. Reality, truth. Now, we picked up a little bit on like astral projection, right? Okay. So, what if, say at night, somebody's a dream warrior at night and they battle at night, but when they battle, their dream self does not look like their living self. Their
That can happen.
warrior is ancient,
Mm-hmm.
but
That can
yet it's
happen.
still them from an ancient time. Yeah.
Excuse me. That can totally happen.
Yeah.
It's based on, okay, here's something. Here's something that I learned because of being an ET abductee who came out of the ET abductee closet.
Yes.
Say that 4 times fast. Um, um, basically, what I found out is that when you dream, and because of what I call the asshats, the government, uh, black ops, psyops, really, really deep black ops, psyops.
Yeah.
Um, and psyops is psychic operatives, is what that means. What I've learned regarding them and regarding all the other stuff combined,
Yeah.
um, just in the last 4.5 years, or five, going on 5 years, um, what happens when you dream is that you are actually in a form of your higher consciousness.
Right.
And when you're in that form of your higher consciousness, it's like a form of being in a quantum field.
Right.
And you can project yourself as what you want to be in,
Oh.
as how you want to represent yourself. Or okay, now this is just, I can't believe I'm going to be talking about this, but here we go. Um, okay, so obviously I'm a very morbidly obese woman, right? Have
You're
no problem in talk. I
not.
have no. I have no problem in talking about that. None whatsoever. I can give you all kinds of information. Da da da. When I am in that state
Yeah.
and dreaming, my mind projects myself in my 42, 43-year-old body.
Huh.
I am not, I'm heavy, but I'm not morbidly obese. I'm obese, but I'm not morbidly obese. Big difference between obesity and morbid obesity. So I'm much smaller, I'm much fitter, I'm much younger. I can move differently. So our mind, my point is that our mind, when we're in that dream state,
Right.
can do what it wants to project that image. Does that make sense? But it's also at the same moment, you can have family, deceased family, come
Right.
in and have a conversation with you because you are easier to access in that state.
Right.
Now, I never,
I agree with that. And it's like when you ask to project, you see someone different. When
yes,
I ask to project as a warrior, a dream warrior, I'm seeing myself in the Celtic lifetime, way before. I mean, I've always
yes,
had that
that can,
connection, but
yes,
I never actually knew I was a descendant of it until I did my DNA. So
yeah,
I'm literally taller, totally different hair color. I don't ride a horse. I ride a mystical creature.
hmm,
And yeah, I got a sword. I got the helmet, the whole kit caboodle. So it's like really weird. So then, like when we're dreaming and we're sleeping, I know we're talking about truths, but we have weird truths, but that's okay. So when we're dreaming and we're sleeping, sometimes I feel we go into alternate earths.
yes,
We do. And
I
like
agree.
sometimes I'll battle if somebody calls me and they call me by a different name than this
Yes,
name. And
yes.
then it's other times it's hold on. And oh, funny, Robert, funny. Which color?
How was your dragon?
Yeah, I know. So he or
Oh,
and
milk
I'm
cream
not going to
cookie,
say
your son.
what the other side calls me, Doc. 98. Okay, so my son wants oatmeal cream cookies. Okay. So so it's yeah, that's one of them, son of a bitch. There's two more though. Yes, that's one. I got two more. Son of
Anyway,
so
yeah, you
I'm
did.
like falling off track here. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, so we travel
Lord.
into alternate universes, right? And
Yes.
then
Yeah.
we could go into like the dream state. But then
Yes.
sometimes we go up and we're learning stuff
Yeah.
or people are teaching us. It's really
Yes.
weird.
I've been in the
Oh, cool. I guess when I'm
Akashic.
not with my dragon, they go potty with rabbits.
They talk to mine, he says. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
other
you can
timelines. Yeah.
actually you can have uh y- I've been in the Akashic Records library
Yep.
when I've been dreaming. And they literally the first time I went, it totally knocked my socks off. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I was stunned. Had okay, where's my
Okay.
I was given a file that was about 18 to 20 inches deep,
Dang. How'd you
and
read
they
it
were like,
all?
I couldn't. I had a home time care. I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna wait. What? How am I gonna hold this? I can't hold it out here like this. What am I gonna do with this?
Just hook it up. Yeah, I got this. Wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait. Let me use my powers. Come on,
yeah.
float.
It
The only thing I can do is help you float this stuff. I'm telling you.
Oh, I couldn't.
So,
Yeah. And so they had me. You got to go over there. You got to sit
yep.
down, find a place to sit down, and then you could go through it. And I'm like, this is mine. And she just looked at me and she goes, yeah, just go over there and sit down and find what I need. What do you mean find what I need? How am I
How long
supposed
am
to
I
find what?
sleeping?
Yeah, don't you have this organized? Well, yeah, it's organized, but and she wouldn't sit down and talk. I was like, oh, I
Because you
couldn't
have
believe
to do
it.
the work yourself. Literally,
Yes,
they'll give you the information,
exactly.
but you have to do the work yourself. You
Exactly.
really do.
You
So
have to
the
do it
whole thing
yourself.
is
So,
hilarious.
yeah, so I mean,
You
that was
know,
my first experience in the Akashic Records library. So, very nice lady, but she was just very strict about it. But yeah,
oh my
you
god.
could go anywhere. You could go visit family. You can go my son and I have even as adult, both of us as adults have spent time together. He came and got me one night. I was sitting in this chair and he obviously was asleep and he's like, Mom, go to bed. I want to go show you something. I found something really cool. And he's standing like 2, 3 feet from me going, come on, come on. He's pulling on my shoulder. And I'm like, God, kid, okay, okay. He's like, you gotta go to bed. I want to show you something. I found something that's gonna help you. And I'm like, wow. So yeah, we can do things in our sleep that we definitely cannot do
Exactly.
in the physical, and yet we can astral travel, but it's very different. It's very different. I laugh at something like that with my son, but it's awesome that he can do that. You know?
Yeah, and it's like if I'm traveling to a different realm, like a different
Yes.
earth, I will
Yeah.
remember the earth. But
Yes.
when a loved one comes down to give me an important message, what? Who? Where? When? What? And I don't understand. It's like I can help all these people, but God, I can't help myself
Yep.
because I ain't gonna. I suffer from CRS sometimes. I'm telling you. So it's like,
I can
why?
relate to this.
Oh my God! It's like, okay, I'll get this about that, this about that. This one will
Yep.
tell me about this one. I got to tell this one that. I got to tell this one that. But then when it comes time to actually do something for yourself, you're like, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
What? Oh shit, man. What was that? You know, remember, I feel like I'm going back in Cheech and Chong days over here or something. Up in smoke. There it
Exactly.
went. Yeah,
Woo!
it's gone. And then I only just remember the end of it. And then you go, hey, I heard this. I heard this. Can you tell me what it means? Like I did to you. And the next thing you know, it's like, she goes, yeah, it's private. Well, I don't remember.
This is why I've got a notebook. This is why I had to go ready to go get the notebook, because every time I do I do a reading with somebody, which I haven't done in a very long time, not
Yeah.
like I used to. But because there's some readings that I'll just spend 3 hours talking with somebody, just simply talking, and things pop up, and oh, there's your answer.
See, I can't
And
write it down because I'm
I have
dyslexic.
I
I'm
have
dyslexic.
to, and
So
so am I.
when I channel, I can't spell it. So even if I was to write it down, I wouldn't be able to read it after because I have no idea what the hell it's saying.
Oh, see, okay, that was one of my spelling was my thing when I was a kid.
Well, the B's, the D's,
And
an E can be a three, and you just I'm like,
but here's the
what is
thing.
this? Audio
Here's
recorder. My
yeah,
boyfriend gave me one.
this is good. For me, going through school, I never understood why all I had to do was look at a word and I knew how to spell. That's how I got through all of my spelling
Ah,
tests. And I had a teacher figure out, I had one teacher out of all the teachers I ever had throughout my entire life,
yeah,
only one of them figured out what I was doing. One out of all of the others. And she's like, you see it in your head, don't you? And I was like, yeah, why? And she goes, you're not just a visual learner. And I went, okay, because I was like, I knew
yeah.
what a visual learner was, but so basically, as long as I wrote it,
Oh, here we go
very
again.
different.
Okay, there we go. Oh, you froze for a minute. As long as you come on,
Okay,
it's getting good.
as long
Wait,
as I wrote
spirits, give us a chance. Half hour more here.
as long as I wrote it on the page, on a separate page, and was
Yeah,
looking at the list, the spelling list, and writing it to my right on a piece of paper to my right,
yeah,
I would retain the memory, and I would visually, it's a photographic memory. It's part of my photographic memory. And so that is how I remembered all of my spelling,
yeah.
because that is how it got into my head. Well, I didn't know other kids couldn't do that. I had no clue. This was part of me being a medium. It was part of me being psychic. It was part of,
Yep.
and I never understood, but it was also part of my dyslexia. And so,
Uh-huh.
like, when my mom and my great uncle would sit down with me when I must have been about 7, and they were going through flashcards, they were like, she's seeing the word saw, SAW, but she's reading it as was, WAS. And so that was when they figured out something, but it took another 2 years, with a different teacher to recognize it, because she had just had her daughter diagnosed as a dyslexic back then.
Yep.
And it was
College was
because of,
me.
and
Mm.
she is the one who figured out that I was dyslexic, and that was when they were able to test me. But yeah, I mean, and see, on the East Coast, you've got a very different thing.
Yep.
When it on on the East Coast versus the West Coast of the United States regarding dyslexia, in Pennsylvania, there is a university that goes, and I do mean it's a full encompassing. I don't know if it's still around. I'm assuming it is,
Yeah.
but it's a full encompassing university from kindergarten through college that deals with dyslexia. That's
Yeah.
all they
Not
do.
in my day. Back in my day, when we used to walk uphill 20 miles in the snow with no shoes. No,
When
they
they
didn't have
found
that in my day at all.
they did they okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be 55 next month. And they when my mom when we traveled cross country from,
Yeah.
going over, uh we hit Philadelphia, and my mom had to do a meeting with a very predominant, very well-known plumbing company
Yeah.
who's still in practice this day, although I think they're anyway, off track. Anyway, because my family were plumbers, master plumbers, and well,
Ah.
I grew up in a master plumber family, And so my mom found out about this organization, that the university,
Yeah.
and this was 70, God, 78 or 79, something like that. But it didn't all make sense until like 80, no, until 79, late 79 into 1980.
Yeah.
Because in 1980 is when I got into dyslexia, or SLD classes. the back the backstory. But anyway, um, and that was when we really found out about, oh yeah, it's confirmed. It's in Pennsylvania. It's in the state of Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and it's this and it's that and blah blah blah.
Well,
But
by the
yeah,
time the
photographic
80s
memory.
rolled around, I'm graduating from high school. So
Yeah.
actually, I got to the point where you get to the point, and that's where truth, where it
Yes.
comes in. Because what happens is the teachers will look at you and say, "Oh, you're just being difficult. You don't want to do anything."
Exactly.
No, if
That's
you
exactly the
ask
kind of,
me, if you
yeah.
ask me, and I have either heard the story, okay, because I can read it, I just can't write it. It doesn't come from here to here, but I can tell you word for word everything that happened. I
Yeah.
mean, I can read a
That's
book now.
dyslexia.
I can tell you the exact word for word. I can tell you everything that happened in that book. So when I go online and I'm researching how to do something, boom, 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 I
Yep,
get it.
it jives. Yeah.
Yeah, it just like boom, 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 boom. There it is. Okay, I don't know how to do it. I do now. I never figure it out. I got it. Okay, it's set. So, but I can do that. But to get it from here to here has always been the issue.
And
So,
see,
and that's what it is. Yeah.
that was where my mom and three different teachers that I had, um, well, technically four different teachers that I had, they were lifesavers for me. I mean, regarding my dyslexia, regarding,
Right.
so my mom made sure that and I love those teachers. They were phenomenal. Um, and they are what saved my butt.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, if it weren't for them, I do not know where I would be today.
See, for me, it was different. I quit school at 16. I got a job. When I had my first child, little backstory, when I had my first child, Jacob, I was afraid I wouldn't be able to help him in school. So I literally put myself back in college. When I went to college, that's when they found out what my issue was. So that's when they found out. All through school, they knew nothing.
Would you
They
please
found
leave?
that out in school. Okay. Who are you talking
Sorry,
to?
go on.
All through
Sorry, go on.
school, that's all right. I'm used to it. All through school, they didn't have a clue. They just thought I was being the troublemaker because they couldn't call me a bully because I'm the one that used to beat up the bullies that picked on the kids that were different. That was me. I was you know, the go-to
Mm-hmm.
girl. That was me. So that was different. But
I was the
I get
cheerleader.
this random
Everybody
yeah,
else was cheerleader. I
yeah,
wasn't the
oh yeah,
physical cheerleader on being a
no,
cheerleader.
yeah,
I wasn't that. I
I
was
do not
everybody's
like people
cheerleader.
picking on others
I
because
was
they're
everybody's
different.
support
But it's like same thing today. Yes, we're all
protector.
different. Yes,
Yes.
we all have our own truths. But why do you got to sit there and shove your truth down someone else's throat?
Yeah.
That's the part I don't get. If they come, okay, they come because they want the knowledge, they want to learn,
Yes.
they want the
Yes.
help, okay, but I'm not going to sit there and say, hey frog, give me a minute. I'm
Uh
not
huh.
going to do that. I'm not going to shove it down their throat, just like you're not going to shove it down their throat. So
Correct.
your truth, but see, I know your truth and I know you're telling truths,
Yeah.
okay,
And
and
that's
others
how I know
out there
too.
going to see the same thing. But I just
Yeah.
got this random thing that came in my head that they told me to tell you.
Oh God, what?
I know. What does a small triangle in the back of your eye mean? And it's only when they do that x-ray in your eyes to check the back, it's only seen then and it has to be magnified.
The back of the eyeball?
Yeah, literally in the back.
It's not macular degeneration.
No, it's metal, but they've never seen anything like it.
The back of mine?
No, not you.
Okay, I'm missing something. Okay, so it's an upright triangle. It's in the
Yep,
back of an eyeball.
yeah. It's very tiny. You literally have to x-ray it and blow it up to see it. Infinity.
It's
Uh-huh.
not
Someone put a magic 8-ball dice in an eye? No.
Okay, so where is this? You're being shown that. Are you talking third eye?
No. In the eyeballs. All right, say you go to an eye doctor and you have
Yeah, which
an
is
eye,
what I'm supposed to
they have
do.
to do a deep examination and they have to go in the back. Like they do this thing where they
I
look
know what they do.
behind
I
your
have to,
eyes. Right.
yeah.
When they look
They
behind the eyes, in one of the eye, there's like a triangle. Okay. And it's like this weird metal they've never seen and they can't figure out what it is.
and it's not in my
The
eyeball.
eye, nope, the eye doctor's never seen it before. Never. He's like, I don't even know what that is.
Wait a minute, I'm lost. On you or me?
Me.
On you.
Yeah, they told me to tell you. Optical disc and nerve. Yeah. It's like behind there, but it's a very small triangle. They have no idea what it is. It's like it
Okay, hang
wasn't
on.
there a while ago, and then it appeared about, I'd say about no, it was a few years ago. It was just before my grandmother died. It appeared then, but it wasn't there the whole time I was younger. Just something just kind of appeared there. It was weird. So they told me to tell you. I don't know why. Maybe you'll know now. Maybe you'll know later. Who knows? So that's my weird truth.
Are you having okay, so my question to you, okay, I got a
Oop.
shapoopy amount of questions over that one.
Oh.
Um okay, so my question my oh god. I got a plethora of questions now. Okay, so do you have any missing time?
Yes. Yes, I do. I've also repeated days. Yep.
Do you have any memories of grays, of other species? Do you have? I can't even.
Hey.
Well, that explains why I was going to ask you about the Fae when we first started talking. Because I literally had the Fae standing right next to
The
me
Fae.
saying, you need to tell her the Fae. You need to
Yeah.
tell her the Fae. And we got off track or we
Yep.
started, and then we got off track and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The Fae have been around for a long time, but it's weird.
but you have missing time and you're a priestess.
Yes. Yes. I never told
I'm,
anybody that.
I know you haven't. Woods. What I'm seeing right now are oh my, lots of woods.
Hmm.
You being in the different lifetime, you're in a coven. Oh my. Okay. It's both men and women, mostly women, but men in there too.
Yes.
High priestess is what I'm getting.
Yep.
I want to call it a cauldron. It's not a cauldron. I wouldn't call it a cauldron, but I don't know what else to call it. It's like you're cooking, but you're not cooking.
Yes. It's weird.
You're out in a forest, very, very deep in a forest.
Yes. I know everything you're describing.
I'm trying to figure out if this is the 1500s, the six. No, and I'm being told it's earlier than that.
Yeah.
Earlier than the 15 or earlier than the 16. Okay. So we're hitting 1500s? Yes. Okay, we're hitting 1500s.
Yeah.
What do you mean the triangle has to do with that lifetime? Why is she having it? Okay. That's too many questions. Hang on a minute.
I was told that it's time to say. So pretty much it's time to let everybody know who I am. But they have to see it for themselves. If you can understand what I'm saying. It's not like doing a guessing game, but it's like okay, there are reptilians out there and I do believe that. And some of them have the ability to
Yeah,
hide.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah. But once you reveal, they can't rehide themselves to that individual. It's similar to that.
Okay, I'm being
Mm.
instructed. I was going to say told, but I'm being told not to say that. I'm being told to use the word instructed.
Yep.
Um, okay, for those of you who have a fear of reptilian, not all reptilians are bad.
Bingo.
I I know good ones and I know bad ones. So there
Yep.
you go.
There's good and bad in actually everybody.
Yes, exactly.
So, well
Um,
then, I'm a bunny. I'm cute bunny, or either a snake or a dragon. All right, Brenda, we totally lost track of what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I'm out in left field here. So, but yeah, for some reason I was
dragon.
supposed to reveal that. Yeah. Brenda, also you have earth energy around you as well
Yeah,
as
and
you're
I
connected to the snake.
when you read the list, I immediately got dragon. Um,
Do 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 do. Sorry, just making noise. So, yes.
it's a marker. You've got a marker. Why do I have the word marker in me? It's a marker. Is it a device? Yes, but what kind of no, it's a marker. What do you mean by marker? I want to call it a freaking device, but you're telling me it's a device, but it's a marker. A marker of
They marked me.
yeah, but
Yeah.
for what purposes? Is it a tracking device? Yes. But what kind of what yeah, I'm making it too difficult. Why am I making it okay? I got a shit ton of questions and I don't even know where to begin. Oh, somebody's being a smartass. Start at the beginning. Well, I
Yeah.
just love it when we go through 20 questions. Sorry.
I know. Sorry, guys. For some reason, I was supposed to spit that out tonight. I don't know why, and it had to be when Nikki was here. I don't ask.
I know what that symbol is. I know what that means. That's what's bothering me.
What symbol?
The triangle.
Mm-hmm. Robin says one first question is why was it implanted?
Oh, holy crap. Does she have babies?
Yeah.
Hybrids.
Yeah. Yes. You don't have to ask them. Yes. Oh.
I get the sensation like you're going to be lost. I don't understand that.
Who?
You.
I'm going to be lost?
I don't know what that means. That's very disturbing when I get that feeling and I'm getting that you tell that to a human, I those are fighting words to me. I'm not joking. Those are really serious hardcore freaking fighting words to me. She'll be okay. Thank you. Some kind of mistake. Um sorry, that
The
freaked me out.
face talk differently than what you're used to. So yeah, it would take
Oh
trans.
no, honey, I've had
Yeah,
the royalty face stand next to me, put his hand on my
yeah.
left. That's not my left. I'm looking at the stupid camera.
Ah,
On my right shoulder with his fingers, and his fingers went from here all the way down to my down to here.
yeah.
Long, skinny fingers. Kind of freaked me out.
Huh.
Um, really nice guy. Matter of fact, I should be asking.
Him. Brenda
Uh-huh.
says, but aren't you mocked by your past ancestors? So you've always connected to them in each lifetime.
Yeah, but that's a different kind of marking. That's a marking
Yeah.
on the soul. This is a marking in the physical.
Yep.
I'm be okay. Somebody's gonna tell me later. Yeah, no. How about telling me now?
Because they don't want you to do everything live. Not yet.
No, I got that.
So that's a
Hence the
little
face.
bit
Hence
of
the
who I
hence the
really am.
face. Hence the face.
Yeah. That's a little bit of who I really am. So,
I'm giving my sourpuss face.
yeah, just a little bit. But yes, you can have a marking on your soul that actually connects you to
Yes.
your past lives. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But again, that's my truth, my belief.
And that's my belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently I'm not ready to say how I know that. Okay.
Yep.
And
Is
I
it in
just
the
got you
right
and
eye? What?
I just got that you and I have known each other in a past lifetime.
Oh
I've
yeah,
not experienced that before, but
yeah.
I've
Look in the cave. You'll see me there. That's all I can tell you.
are you
Anyways,
freaking kidding me?
no, I'm straight
Are
up
I
serious. Yes,
in mass?
in the cave.
Yeah, holy crap on a cracker. I know who you are then.
I would have to look up which eye it's in. Um,
Okay, do you see how that made me very happy? I know what we did too.
oops.
Oh, holy crap on a cracker. That could be fun. We could have a lot of fun having conversations about what the hell we did. Oh, and I can put you in. Oh, I need to not say anything. Okay.
Hey, that's another show, girl.
That's a whole nother
Oh,
show.
ball of wax there. That's a whole ball of
Holy
wax.
crap on a cracker.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They,
Anyway, talk about truths. Oh
that's
my God.
basically, you said truth. Now,
I
I didn't
did.
know what the topic was at all.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay. Nikki always tells me I let her pick the topic. You pick the topic, I'll go with the flow. So
Yep.
I just I go with the flow, and you never know what's going
Oh
out of our
my
mouth.
God.
So yep. It says so Christopher says, do both of you able to pick up on who has been visiting me
Frequently since
frequently since
Christmas.
Christmas? Um,
Grandfather's what I
I know
got.
what you did last generational lifetime instead of I know what you did last summer. Just like JR, my boyfriend JR, okay? Him and I have been together through many lifetimes, but for some
Uh,
reason, this lifetime, they stopped me from meeting him early enough. I know that as well. Why are you laughing? Elvis. Elvis is in the
No,
building.
elves. Elves.
Elves. Elves. Yes, there are
Elves.
elves.
Yeah.
Yes, there are elves. There are elves. There are fae. There's also trolls. Hey, Kelly Jean, what's up, my girl? Okay, why you laughing? Who wants elves?
I love this. This is just, do you know how many people I have met in this lifetime that I am finding and making the realization of exactly where in my past lifetime and their past lifetime
Uh-huh.
have been? It's just incredible to me. I
Yep.
have I have family that I have friends that I was family with
Yep.
in many different past lifetimes. I have somebody who yeah, all right. Okay. I have a lot of people that and some of them I didn't even know in a past lifetime, but I knew of them. And they have given me their name or they have given me what they did for a job, and I
Yep.
was like, "Oh my god, I know who you were." I mean, I remember hearing about you. I remember this and this, and I'm not saying I know all the fine little details about all these past lifetimes. You basically get, this is the amount of time that I remember. It's a chunk of time, and then you get little clipses of other memories of that lifetime, and so on and so forth. And then boom, all of a sudden you have a trigger moment and you start going, "Oh my god, and here's this part of that lifetime, and here's this part," and
Yeah.
then you all start putting it together, and it's like it
Yeah.
starts
Piecemeal
meshing.
it. Piecemeal
Yeah.
it. So, I mean, literally, we got our 90 minutes, and that's what I have the
Yeah.
show on right now is 90 minutes. And that's because when I do it by myself, the show doesn't go as smooth as this. But when I have Nikki on, it's like we could talk all freaking night about all kinds of weird shit,
Yeah.
and everybody
All
would
kinds
still
of
be
stuff.
entertained. So, but you know what? That's okay. I have a blast every time Nikki's on. I mean, I really do. The show's really easy and it's fun and it's informative. 91 minutes. Okay, so I'm 1 minute over.
Robert.
Oh my God. So
Oh
I
god.
leave you guys with all this wondering thoughts. Who is
Yeah.
this crazy lady? And I am still your elder. That's all I'm going to say.
You're still my elder.
Yep.
I just caught that.
I'm older than you.
Yes,
So
you.
yes, I am. I'm still your elder. Let's see. Next Nikki show go for 3 hours.
Yeah, where's that?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we probably should. We could sit here. We could talk all night. So
Oh god, yeah, definitely.
um,
And I have a
yes, I
show
can let you
tomorrow.
know Thursday, hon. Sorry, go ahead.
I have a show tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go live on my channel, and then that night I'm on another show Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Pacific, and it goes for 2 hours. So, and that's a panel discussion. So
Oh.
it's it it's incredible because this was supposed to be last Thursdays, and
Yep.
now we're over on Tuesdays. So
Tuesdays. Yep.
and so there's going to be back-to-back shows on a couple of different days. So I'm just like, wow, okay, my life has gotten a little bit. It's getting
But
very
it's
interesting.
fun.
Oh, it is fun. I so enjoy it
Hey,
very,
don't
very
forget, I
much.
shared the link, guys, to Nikki's YouTube channel. And
Yep.
hopefully we can get Nikki to come over to the Rift Network. Come join the Rift and ride the waves, girl.
Right
'Cause
on.
that's what we're trying to get. And we can always have fun and trade off each other on our shows. I don't care. We can sit there and
That's
talk
true.
about anything. Doesn't bother me any. I'm trying to get the link I
Same.
shared for you. It's like, where the heck did I put that? There's so many comments here. I can't find it. So let's see. Can I paste it? Can I paste it again? Oh, I got it again. Okay. So that is Nikki's YouTube channel. I just pasted it in the comments. And I want to say,
Thank you, dear.
peace out, guys. Love it. Had an awesome night. It was a good show. And don't forget, stay tuned next week. You never know. You never know. Bye.